and welcome to Piccowaxen Middle School. I'm Hunter Willis here with Mr. William Marchione, the winner of this year's Maryland Middle School Counselor of the Year Award. Congratulations, Mr. Marchione. Tell us what happened the moment you won this award.
I was very excited, actually. I got a phone call from the president of the Maryland School Counseling Association. And I thought she was just calling to ask me to change things on the website because I've been recently put in charge of the website. But instead she told me that I won Maryland School Counselor of the Year. Though I was excited and it is a great honor, I still felt like I didn't deserve it because I feel like there are many other counselors out there that do just as much as I do, if not more.
What does this award mean to you personally?
Personally, I am honored that my coworkers and my peers think of me in that respect. But at the same time, I hope that my students realize that I will do whatever I can to help them, whether it's academically or have some social concerns, whatever the case may be. I'll do whatever I can to help my students.
What made you go into counseling, especially at the middle school level?
When I was younger, I worked in restaurants, and at the restaurants I worked with a lot of younger people around your age, and while I was working with them, I noticed that they have a lot of issues themselves, and they're talking about those things. And at the time, I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do as a professional career. I already did a professional career as a web designer in my earlier years. So I decided to go back to school, and I wanted to use my psychology minor in some way. So I decided to go back to school for school counseling because I figured I wanted to help those students who I worked with at the restaurant. The reason I picked middle school as a school counselor is because I feel that middle school is the age where students are not kids anymore, but they are kind of turning into teenagers. And those 3 years in middle school, that students have a lot to deal with. And I figured that's really the time period that counselors are the most important.
What would you say a typical day like is for you?
As a counselor, whether it's middle school, elementary, or high school, I would say, there is no typical day. There's always something that comes up. There's always a student that's in crisis. There's always something that comes up that administrator needs you to do or something like that. But the way I try to run my day is I try to meet with students as much as I can during my school day. And then whatever paperwork or events that are coming up that I have to work on, I try to work on after the school day is over.
You've helped initiate several programs at Piccowaxen that's helped students in a variety of ways. Can you tell us what some of the programs were?
There's Best Buddies, which we've been doing now here for 2 years. Best Buddies is a program where you have students that have special needs that are paired up with other students to build relationships that they would not have built unless they were in Best Buddies. Another program that I've been involved in is Ties. Ties is a group for boys who have made some bad choices in the past, and our group is all about teaching them how to get respect by giving respect. I think getting involved with these groups is a great way to build a relationship with the students. I think that's the main thing here, building relationships with the kids, because if the students feel like they have a relationship with you as a counselor, then they'll come down to you when they have these things going on in their lives.
This year, you and Mr. Shrek made a bet with the students. Tell us how this resulted in a new look for both of you.
Well, first off, October is anti-bullying month. So we have the students in the school do all kinds of things. We do presentations in the classroom regarding bullying. We have the students do projects during their 5th block. But there's one day during October where all the students in the entire county are encouraged to wear orange in the support of anti-bullying. So we decided, myself and one of the counselors over at Matthew Henson decided to have a competition, a friendly competition, between the schools to see which school would have the most school spirit, and we would figure that out by seeing which percentage of students had the most orange clothing on that day. So me and Mr. Shrek decided that we would tell our students that if we won, that we would paint our hair orange. Well, unfortunately we lost, but we only lost by 1 percentage point, so we painted our hair orange anyway.
In 2012, you were recognized by the United States Navy. Tell us why and what your reward was. First,
I did not realize I was recognized. 2 of my coworkers actually nominated me for this program. It's actually called the Key Influence Writer Program. What that is they recognize somebody in the community that's doing something for the community. And then they gave me a call about a month later saying that I was in the running to go on a flight with the Blue Angels. And then I got another call about a month and a half later saying that I actually won the Key Influence Writer opportunity. So I got to fly with the Blue Angels. It was quite an amazing experience.
What is the best part of your day when you come to work?
I would say there are 2 parts. Number one, as far as interacting with the students, it's definitely during their lunches, because that's when they have the time to conference with me, where I can go talk to them, and I'm not pulling them out of classes at the time. So it's a great time to talk to them.
What aspect or aspects of your job do you really enjoy?
My favorite part of being a school counselor is working with the students, helping them get through their problems, whether academic issues going on or social concerns, and hopefully making a small impact on their lives to a point where they actually have more knowledge about the careers they're going to be going into, and hopefully lead them on the path to becoming successful adults.